NYPD boats. Was that live pictures? Are these live pictures right now? Can someone in the control room tell us? Is this a rescue happening right now? Okay.
Liz, what I can tell you for sure is that the boat you are looking at has just picked something up out of the water. Among the things, they picked up 2 divers, but they picked up something else as well. We don't know what it is, and I don't want to speculate, but they have brought a gurney onto that boat. And remember, they were looking for that 4th passenger, the 5th person on that helicopter. This boat that you're looking at, these are live pictures. This boat just pulled up to the dock. It was out into the water in the area where the helicopter went down up until a minute and a half ago. And it is now pulled up to the dock. And again, as you said, as you saw from Newscopter 7, they have put a gurney on that boat. So that is the situation right now. That boat picked up 2 divers and something else out of the water as they were looking for that 4th passenger, the 5th person on the helicopter.
All right, Jen, thank you. Very dramatic videos. And Dr. Brink, let's go back to survivability in water. How long, what's the critical amount of time someone has to get you pulled out before they can be fully recovered and rescued?
Really, the ideal is between 2 to 7 hours. The fact that it was 66 degrees sort of puts it towards the warmer end, so I would say in the neighborhood of about 3 to 4 hours. And that's assuming, again, that the person is at the surface of the water and breathing normally. But, not clear if this person has been submerged for this duration of time. There is something called a diving reflex, which we have when you're submerged in cold water. It's usually more effective in even colder water, but not for this duration of time.
The other issue is not even being submerged. The other issue is possibly the impact and the trauma that may have caused to the body.
Right, and that sort of all plays into the picture, whether the person was injured to begin with and then submerged for this duration of time would make survival very difficult.
What will rescuers be looking at right now with the person that they just pulled from the water?
You basically approach any sort of trauma the same. It's called the ABCs, your airway, breathing, circulation. So you check if they're not breathing, you put a tube in. We saw the gentleman who is receiving CPR and IV fluids, warming the person. That's going to be that's just standard trauma protocol.
Would they try to stabilize this person at the scene before they put them on board the ambulance and get them to the hospital?
You would try to do what you can. So paramedics will intubate in the field. We start chest compressions in the field. You can defibrillate in the field. You can do all of that. We actually saw them doing CPR on gentlemen as they were putting him into the ambulance. You start as soon as you can. It sort of depends on where this person is starting from. We didn't get a great look of when they put the person onto that boat to see what condition they were in, but that would be a factor as well.
Well, if you're just joining us right now, there has been a horrible helicopter crash off the 34th Street heliport. 5 people on board. We believe that we have just watched the rescue of the 5th person who was just pulled just about an hour after the crash. We do not know the condition of that person, but it did just happen. We believe that they're putting that person on an ambulance right now. As for the other victims, we understand that the pilot is conscious and is, at this point, we believe, still at the scene, probably helping the FDNY and NYPD track down that helicopter. Do you have new information, Sapna, that you want to fill us in on?
Just to clarify what I said, so there were 5 people on board, and that includes the pilot. Is that correct?
Gotcha.
So the 2 women seriously injured, cardiac and respiratory arrest, the gentleman in serious condition at NYU, and the pilot conscious at the scene of the crash. And perhaps we saw.
We have been told that the victims on board that plane, the women and the gentleman on board that plane, were tourists from the UK along with the pilot.